In this video, we will cover how to add a controlled rate auxiliary device to a manufacturer recipe. From our control system, if we navigate to the recipes page, we will see and we know that a manufacturer recipe does not allow us to add another recipe item or change the rate of a recipe item for any of the manufacturer recipes. In the case where your KSi Automation system has an additional pump stand set up for an auxiliary pump device to add either something like water or oil, the control parameters for that pump are set up from the system page from this auxiliary rate button. In this case, this is disabled from this system. The only way this can be enabled is by having a KSi technician log into your system and enable that feature. So we will enable that and then also set up the correct pump that will be used for your auxiliary device. In this case, we will set this up as pump 4. We can now log off as the KSi engineer. And when we go back to our system setup, we can see that this is enabled. And as the user, you do have the ability to change the rate. So we could change this from 1 to 1.5 or whatever and close out of this. Now, when you go back to the recipe page, you can see that there is an additional checkbox underneath the recipe name called Rate Aux. When this checkbox is enabled, the auxiliary device that we just set up will be added to any of the recipes that this is chosen for. This checkbox can be toggled on or toggled off for any of the manufacturer recipes. For this recipe 1, if we turn this on, you can see that this auxiliary oil at 1.5 ounces per unit is added to this recipe. You will also notice that when this is turned on, if we turn this off and back on, that in the recipe description, there is some text that is added regarding rate aux. It's important that this does not get erased or changed. If you want to change the name of the recipe, make sure you change that previous to the rate aux text. Once this is all set up, when this recipe, either one of these recipes where this is enabled or added to an order, the KSi Automation system will turn that pump on and apply that product at the rate that is specified.